Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing sort of like a retro movie review. I won't be doing an unboxing. I'm still waiting for my Crank 1 to be in the mail. I have to call them because I want to give out those codes to people. But the Blu-ray showing off will not have a digital code, so I apologize. I know I usually give out a lot of digital codes, but to make up for it, I have a digital code for How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. So, you guys are. If you guys can read it, I'll comment it down below. This is kind of a way to say sorry. There won't be any Blu-ray videos up for a while. I gotta wait to get paid. But I do got some coming in the mail, so I'm probably gonna do retro reviews for each movie. So the first movie I got in the mail today was Superbad. I love Superbad. I think it's a brilliant comedy. It's raunchy. It's vulgar. It's not something you probably should watch with your parents. But with that being said, I think this is definitely a good movie to watch with your friends when you're drunk, when you're smoking some weed. No, this is one good movie to pop on. I remember the history of the history I have of this movie is it's the movie that got me introduced to Jonah Hill, which Jonah Hill has become one of my favorite actors. And I remember finding out about him through Superbad, and I remember when this came out, my parents told me I couldn't watch it. When the movie came out, they heard nothing but bad things about it. So I wasn't really allowed to watch it. But me being me, I found my way. So I went to a friend's house and me and him popped on his DVD copy. And that night we probably watched it 3-4 times in a row. It was that funny. And to this day, I've had the same DVD copy I've gotten for like first time out. I got Superbad a year after it came out because my parents finally just gave up. I have had the same DVD copy in my room until now. I finally got the Blu-ray, and this movie was written by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. If you don't know, I absolutely adore Seth Rogen. I think he's funny. To me, he has not made a bad movie in my opinion. I loved his movies. His directing is really good. I remember him directing The Interview and This Is the End, and that was amazing. That was an amazing movie. Those were amazing movies. But with Superbad, you can tell this is Seth Rogen's handiwork and Evan Goldberg's handiwork. And this movie was produced by Judd Apatow. This is a Judd Apatow production. And Michael Cera, I remember Michael Cera. I got introduced to a lot of actors in this movie, from Michael Cera, Seth Rogen, Bill Hader, Jonah Hill, Christopher Mintz-Plasse. If I'm saying his name right, I hope I am. I got introduced to a lot of actors in this movie, and this was technically my first hardcore raunch comedy. I remember watching American Pie, but I never found American Pie that raunchy. Like, they don't really go into the vulgarity that Superbad does, in my opinion. Superbad is way more vulgar. And I remember not having a lot of issues with this movie. I just rewatched it, and I still laughed just as hard as I did the first time I watched it. It's still a funny movie. You can watch it by yourself and have fun. You can watch it with your friends and have fun. But I recommend watching it with a buddy. The same way I recommend watching Pineapple Express, which once I get that in the mail, I'll do a retro review of that. But if you've never seen Superbad, I suggest. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I suggest watching it with a couple buddies, and I suggest having some booze around, some weed, whatever you want. Go nuts. But I think the story is really good. It's about 3 high schoolers. Well, technically it's 2. The third one just tags along. It's about 2 high schoolers, played by Jonah Hill and Michael Cera, who get invited to a party because their friend. I just want to call him McLovin because I love the name McLovin. Their friend Fogel. They get he gets a fake ID, and the Jonah Hill Michael Cera promises these 2 girls to they get them liquor. So basically, a bunch of hijinks happen along the way, and you have Superbad. Like I said, this relies on raunch comedy. And it does have some good jokes in here. But if you're not a big fan of raunch, I would not suggest watching Superbad. But I will say if you're a huge fan of like something like 40-Year-Old Virgin, Pineapple Express, Sausage Party, but you've never seen Superbad, go ahead and watch Superbad. It's a hilarious movie, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So when it comes to retro reviews, I want to rate it because the way I'm doing retro reviews is if it's a movie I watched growing up, and if it was as enjoyable as it is when I was back then to now. And I do think Superbad is still funny to this day, and I have to give it a 10 out of 10. Just because, for one thing, the comedy still holds up. Two, they got great actors, and Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg's writing is top notch in this movie. And like I said, the movie, I can watch it over and over and over again and not get bored. And I know you guys will be like, why give it a 10 out of 10? No. Here's the thing. For a movie being like this, honestly, when I rewatched it after years, I honestly thought that it would not hold up. But after popping into Blu-ray and rewatching it, I now see this movie holds up extremely well, and I am so happy to put this on my Blu-ray shelf. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I'll talk to you guys when Pineapple Express comes in the mail, and I can do a retro review for that. I may do a retro review for for Crank and Crank 2, so keep an eye on that. So anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys later.